on, celestial rising, divine noon, and grand night to the beautiful deity watching this video, to divine reflection, divine messenger, and we are back with another message. And today, I want to do something different. So before I play this song, this is what it looks like. It's called You by Paul Grant and Brayla, and it's only 2 minutes and 48 seconds. But when I do play this, I want you to be able to affirm. And now, of course, I'm gonna get copyrighted for it, but I don't care, because I want you to be able to hear this frequency. And the thing is too, I just want to give, the YouTube divinity of our horizon together, because I call this a council basically of a unified consciousness. And a lot of times before I make a video to give y'all deeper insights or to give you deeper messages to help you channel what vibration I am basically not existing on, but what I'm experiencing, I want to help give you free game on how music can help you channel your thoughts. And I also want you to be able to realize what you went through on this Monday, how tired you were, how consistent you were in your works, and how profound your mind is getting, how much you're growing through the spirit, through the ego, through the flesh, and just how you're building yourself up to be a better person. And the thing is too, I just got off of work not too long ago, but yet and still, before I go into Bible study, I'm finna go get a smoothie, and I'm finna make this video right now. And we do have a video request for Dake Soul. He was talking about, he has a question, so we'll also answer that as well for him. But I want y'all just to be able to release and let go of all the burdens that you've been carrying for today, this month. And I want you to be able to heal yourself through the frequency. And the thing is too, you don't have to listen to the lyrics or anything like that, because it's not vulgar or anything like that, but it's just a real feeling when you hear these vibrations. So I'm gonna play it for you. Just think. I want you to lay down in a frequency. Let the vibration hug you. Okay. Don't let go of your consciousness. I said the wrong thing. My fault. It was supposed to be confidence, not consciousness. Let's clap. Hey, hey. Hey, that's so hard. Our song basically over, but I just wanted to play that real quick because you see how that feel though. It feels so good just to and the thing is too, clapping is actually healing as well. So whenever you're going to do something, just play a song and clap to the beat. Literally. But I just wanted to play that because it feels so good when I hear that song. But I like that, like that little instrument in the back. I don't know what that is. It might be the piano, but it's like somebody's playing it's like, I don't know what, that shit sounds so hard though. I love that song. But all right, let's get into the video. I just wanted to play that for y'all just to let you know, there are some times, before I get started, we just gotta get amped up, get fired up. Shout out to Dake Soul. Man, I fucked up. I idolized XXX and it led me to worshiping Baphomet for a while back in 2023. I then meet this girl who I fell in love with, only to find out that she has a Baphomet tatted on her stomach. My intuition always told me to not fuck with her, but there I went. She ended up pregnant after we stopped talking, and now I'm realizing how bad I fucked up. That one kind of, because it's like, if she got pregnant after y'all stopped talking, are you the father or are you raising somebody else's child? So, did I subconsciously manifest this? Yes and no. Now, what should I do? I don't even think she's aware of who she really is. I remember her telling me how she never really knew her dad, which resonated with your latest video. What should I do? I exchanged energy with her. This was Saturday at 2:52 a.m. and it's Monday. All right. When it comes down to, then the thing is too, I seen the picture of her, and I ain't gonna say that, but I just know I seen a picture of her, and I ain't gonna lie, just no offense to whoever your ex-shorty is or whatever the case may be, but when you showed me, so I remember I first seen your message too, but I had so many other videos lined up, but when I seen the picture, I looked at her and it was like, she looked like a man just playing drag basically, but it was like she was inverted to what you had sex with. Now, the thing is too, you did subconsciously manifest this, but you didn't. And I say yes and no because on the no part, you were observing yourself going through a phase with this woman or this inverted man, whatever the case may be. And I say yes because by you subconsciously manifesting this, don't forget, by you even telling me you idolize XXXTentacion, you were already infatuated with the lustful aspect of this woman. So it was like, you didn't really observe the intimacy or the love you had for your partner because you've seen it as a lustful factor. Now, the thing is too, your question is up in the air because it's like you didn't really give me much detail to go off of because I'm kind of just like assuming between the lines of a veil that's still questionable, meaning that because you exchange energy with her, there's not much you can do. Now, that's why I asked that question. Is it your kid or are you raising somebody else's kid? Because you said she got pregnant when y'all stopped talking. So I had to question you, like, did you get her pregnant? Because if so, you got to take care of that child. Not only that, if it's not yours, you don't got to take care of that child. Now, if you want to, that's on you to step up. But if you step up, you might as well just go ahead and bow down to her submission then. And she'll go ahead and dominate you as the father and you'll be the mother. So it's just like too, Dick. So if you don't know yourself, you may end up realizing your karma as well. And on top of that, if you're not able to tell your child or whoever's child this is, if you're not able to put them on game for who they are, then you will also be tied into a bondage or a binding spell of a curse that you are able to break, but you will have to break that in the next lifetime. Because the videos I make is for people who are going through shit behind closed doors that nobody ever actually knows or talks about because they can't even articulate it. That's why I had to do my best to make sure that I'm giving y'all information that you have to question. Because I don't want to give you something to where you sit there and you just sit on it and then you soak it in and then you just digest it, but you don't do any work on what I said. No, I need you to apply what I'm saying to you, and then I need you to alchemize it and then do it for yourself. I'm just giving you the guidance until where you're going. I know where you're going in this lifestyle, but I can't see where you're going afterwards because I guide you to the destination, but you got to walk that path. I already walked my path already, so I'm observing my path that all of us are observing together. So that's why I'm able to help you understand that you exchanging energy with her or him was because you were infatuated with porn. That's exactly why XXX was your idol. You idolized porn. So it's like you, and the thing is too, your intuition told you about the Baphomet tattoo, but you didn't do the research into understanding what that idol was. But now, that graven image was marked on her avatar. So off the muscle, you should have, and the thing is too, look, we all make mistakes, we all fuck up, that's okay. So anybody out there, learn from his experience. If you see a Baphomet tattoo or anything like that, just know that whole vibration of the person wearing the idol on their avatar or wherever the case, it can be on a chain, a keychain, a necklace, in a car, it doesn't matter. When you see that, you have to turn the other cheek. Doesn't matter how good they look, doesn't matter how beautiful they are, doesn't matter how smart you think they are. You have to always turn around, because that is a sign for inversion, literally, and perversion. I can't make this stuff up. The Baphomet is nothing but an idol worship of transhumanism. So hybrid programming, or AI, artificial intelligence, for immortality, meaning that the people who suffice or who submit to the idolization of the Baphomet, they were inverted or trafficked at birth. And the thing is too, there's two ways about it. Some of them either know, or some of them don't know. And the thing is too, if you don't know, that means to me that you were grown in a lab or underground, or you were grown on an island from an embryo, or you were grown in a experimental observation underground, to the point to where your observable reality became created from a fallacy, or experimenters that believe in fallacies through science, because science is a fallacy basically. Science can only comprehend the surface level of physical manifestations, but they can't manifest spiritual capabilities because they have none. And then, okay, now you're realizing how bad you messed up. That's what happens. And the thing is too, it's okay, but it's just like, that's why as a man, you had to be careful with your choices unconsciously, because if you let your desires control you, now you're going to sit there and that's your child. And like you said, you fucked up. If you think like that and your child knows it, your child will know that you may not love them for what they don't know that they can be, or what they should be. Now, what should you do? Be there. If that's your child, be there. On top of that, if it's not your child, but that's the thing, it's up in the air, so I gotta assume. If it's your child, be there for the child and the woman as well. Now, I don't mean, still have sex with her, so kiss on her, talk to her, caked up, no. But I'm saying, like, be there for her, like, hey, you good? Is the child good? When can I come, see my child? I'm gonna take him out, whatever the case may be. Hey, everything okay with you? Like, have a conversation. Just because you may have butted heads with this person doesn't mean you still can't love them for what y'all experience together. It's like, it's a mutual partnership. So by that happening, now you can still co-parent separately and all that, but you don't have to be together. But don't be a dickhead, don't be an asshole, because don't forget, before you met them, they were better off without you. So y'all two wasted each other's time by even coming together. So what you should do is focus on you now. And the thing is too, that's your child. Focus on you and that child as well. Now, as far as the woman, she'll take care of herself as well, do her own karmic retribution. Now, if it's not your child, honestly, don't worry about it. That's how I see it. Now, of course, somebody may say that's messed up, but it's like, how if it's not your child? Because you're raising another man's responsibility. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. On top of that, if that man does not want to raise his kid with the woman that you had sex with, don't worry about her. Don't bash her, don't shame her, don't judge her. Let her be free. I mean, I'm sorry, but most of you boys or teenagers or young men, y'all have to let women be women. Now, of course, now if you're into guys or whatever, that's on you, but you gotta realize too who you're laying with, because a lot of y'all are not actually laying up with women, but you're laying up with men. And I don't mean that to alter that topic into a dark topic, but that shit get real. So this woman that you met, if you don't look at her walk, her hands, her gait, the Adam's apple, the forehead. Today, I've been monitoring the forehead with people. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. So if you're not monitoring or paying attention, you could be laying down with your physical reflection as a man through a woman's body, and you would never know. You would never know. So now on top of that, if you procreate with an invert as a natural being, you are going to curse your whole bloodline. You will create artificial hybrid intelligence. And then, now the thing is too, when you said, you remember her telling you about how she never really knew her dad, which resonated with your last video, and then you exchanged energy with her. So now the thing is too, that whole not knowing your dad thing is an excuse to me, I ain't gonna lie. Because my father never taught me any of this shit. But I know that I have one, but he was never needed in my life because I am my father's responsibility. The thing is, I knew that my dad fucked up, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell the world, oh, I don't got a dad, bro, so like, give me all the love. I want all the attention, okay? I didn't have a father. This, like, who cares? Nobody gives a fuck. You know how many people don't have fathers in this world? No, People use that shit as a sad scapegoat story to enhance their life by the vibration of people feeling sorry for your story. When we all had the same exact story. It may be in different timelines, different topics, different situations, but we all had the same exact story. We all got a certain amount of trauma that we all got to deal with. But that's not an excuse for her to still go crazy, whatever the case may be. Just because you have no dad does not mean that you should be walking around just being a hoe. Or a slut, a prostitute. You should not walk around thinking that shit is cute. Slow the fuck down, nigga. My fault. You know it. You should not be walking around, dotting around, selling your morality, and then blaming your dad for your morals being sold. You can't blame your dad because you were tuning your ass up for $100 for the night. You can't blame your dad because you got a train ran on you. You can't blame your dad because you got arrested. You can't blame your dad because you pulled the trigger. That's your fucking fault, not your dad's fault. Your dad had a purpose to leave your ass. Actually, your dad didn't even leave you or your mom. Your dad left his accountability. Because why? He already knew that he was operating in lust. So because he operated in lust, she was a part of the inverted mindset of his perversion through a lustful way of being. So by her telling you that, and by you seeing that, you should have known. If you don't have your dad in your life, how can you understand the love you have for a man? Or how do you know what a man's love looks like? How do you know what a man's love feels like? You're so used to being in a one-parent household that she feels as if she doesn't need you anymore because she's used to her own programming as well. She's used to being neglected and sent to the curb. So obviously, you can't get mad at her for going about her life because that's how the game goes, sadly. That's how it goes. We can't feel bad about it. We just got to move on and wish everybody well. So what you should do is focus on you. Get to work. Be consistent. Because when you're consistently being great and being you, you have no time to focus on women. And the thing is too, I love women, but the thing is when you have your mindset or your vision focused on your purpose, you don't have time to be sitting there caked up. You don't have time to be texting all day. You don't have time to be laying up because you got shit to do for your family, your legacy. And actually, fuck a legacy. You got things to do for you because you want to make sure that your name is stamped on the leaderboard of life. And I don't mean a book of life as well because how can you have a name in a book of life that's transparent to itself? You can't read transparency because you're embodying it through the inner perspective of your universal perception. When you understand that, you realize that if you did fuck up, own up your mistakes, learn from them, move on, raise your mistake. And the thing is too, your mistake is actually that gateway to help you find yourself again. So that mistake is actually a blissful experience of what you would call a blessing. Love your mistakes and learn from them because they're not actually a mistake, but they're a learning lesson for you to expand and enhance your ascension into a better way of loving yourself again. That's all I had for today. But yeah, this whole question that you had was it was a veil blocking it. If you gave me more details, I would have been able to give you a deeper perspective. But so far, I was only just able to work with what you gave me. Pause. But other than that, though, I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure that you stay consistent. If you're watching me, if you made it this far, I want you to affirm, I am consistently being great every single day. If you made it this far, I want you to comment that. Now, with love, by the way, I don't want you to do what I say, but if you made it this far and you support me, and you've been tuning in, I want you to say or comment, I am consistently being great today. Or actually every day. I am consistently being great every day. I am consistently being great every day. I am consistently being great every single day. Do you know how great that sounds when you believe it and you know it? I am consistently being great every single day. When you tell your subconscious mind that, you will rewire what the program used to follow. Now you're alchemizing your subconscious mind into being great just like your soul. And your soul is now holding the hand of the ego that you used to submit to. I am consistently being great every single day. Have a great day, Divine Reflection, and make sure that you pour love into your family and yourself as well. I'm gone.